on. You know what, Jason? Don't worry about it. The cord's thrown me off. I'm frustrated.
Oh, I know why.
Why?
The headset's on the wrong way.
Could you imagine that?
Hey, but at least the sound will be in the right side of my ears this time.
Right, well, we're into the game. ATK taking on mousesports on Vertigo. Let's see who is Vertigoing down to open us up here in this series. A best of 3 in the lower bracket. Woxic, he might actually have first contact, but it's Rops that rips heads off. As Sonic, he's not going to be moving very fast anymore. That hedgehog is dead.
Well, not the strongest of starts for ATK. Already losing out on 1. Mousesports with that initial control, and ATK try to slow the pace up. They do have some utility to use, but now they're going to be spotted. Frozen, most importantly, needs to stay alive. Kerrigan, well, he just gets completely overwhelmed by the roster of ATK. They actually do have a man flanking Floppy. So be able to sneak it behind them. So they're trying to actually bait out some time. And this is going to work out well for him. He gets the first, blots out Chris J. Able to quite get the spray onto, unfortunately, but now the pressure's on.
Hippity-hoppity from Floppy as he bounces around the corner. The bunny hops coming through as he punishes. Chris J is down and out. Frozen will trade it back. OC comes out to play, though. And it's all on Rops. He's like an aiming robot, normally, Jason.
There is a clip where Tom talked about it being a robot. And then he hit this ridiculous flick on this map.
It doesn't surprise me. Like, Rops is just ridiculous for the most part. Counter-Strike is built into his body. However, in this round, it's far too much of an awkward
So does he, like, plug himself into the...
Yeah, he's got a USB port on the front. He just adds, like, a micro USB into his chest and then straight into the PC, and he's good to go.
I thought he'd be the one plugging into the PC, not the PC plugging into him.
It's kind of, you know, like a dual link cable on the old GBA when you trade Pokemon? Essentially, there's a USB slot on either side, so it's just a cable that joins them both.
All right, well, it looks like ATK will be able to take the first round here, even though they lost a player very early on. Frozen take it down, I believe it was JT. They still take the round nonetheless, so looking to carry all the momentum that they had earlier on today. And the thing is, they've had a bit of time since that match too, right? So it's not like they've been able to just go straight into the next match and really carry over the momentum. They had to have a little bit of a breather, cool down a little bit. So let's see now. 2 Galils, an SG, an AK, an MP, or not MP, MAC-10 from Odom. Odom was actually doing some decent damage too. I mean, we talk about Floppy as being a big fragger for the team. He was a big fragger yesterday when they played in their match versus North. I think Odom was able to do decently well. Train was a little rough for him on CT side, but other than that, had a pretty decent performance. And mousesports with the Deagles are trying to just, you know, buy some time to get some damage in. They've been able to do just that to OC and to JT, but not enough to get a kill.
Mon. He usually likes to be loud and aggressive, outside and inside the server. Now, though, he's not really given much of an opportunity. A much slower round from ATK, but the backstab from Woxic. Oh, everything could be relying on this. OC, 12 HP. He might not OC this coming as Woxic strikes with a double kill. Spectacular stuff to kick it off, Jason. He's got the bomb as well. A Motor has to go in swinging, but he is just going to be falling down, spiraling to his death.
Now Floppy looking to clean up. Still, the damage has been done. The triple kill coming through. 40 seconds left to go. Sonic and Floppy in tandem have to work up in towards this A site where they're going to have Kerrigan and Frozen waiting. Again, no guns. It's all down on A-ramp. No one's able to pick up and secure these weapons. SG and AK still very possible by the side of ATK here. But the thing is, you even have Chris J flanking around from behind, so as time goes on, they're going to run out. Sonic misses the spray on a Kerrigan. Frozen's there to clean up the last kill, and mousesports will be able to pick up round 2. Only able to secure the AK and the Glil, unfortunately, not able to save the SG, but it's still a win nonetheless, and ATK, well, guess what, Jackie?
What?
They have no money to buy.
That's very true. Don't have much at all, as they will buy back into it just with the Deagles. Could be a raw deco coming through. Oh, P250 is going to ruin it. They got a little bit of utility there. CZ thrown for good measure as well onto Sonic. How are they actually going to play this one, though? It's mousesports, the much better buy. So they've got the Scout out, the M4, Galil and AK. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Frozen is the ones that looks to try and kick it off. OC again, really cursed right now. As he's eliminated in a matter of seconds. Good HE going to be casted out. Should do some damage, but doesn't really do that much. Oh, the Galil will do a good chunk.
Sonic able to get one now, though. Sonic and Floppy are still alive. Well, now it's just going to be on Floppy, who does have the M4. The problem is he doesn't have the bomb. He's been a little bit of a nuisance in towards middle and towards the B site. Trying to flank things out. Worked out in the pistol round for him. I would imagine mousesports will wise up to this a little bit more as the series does go on. I am a little bit worried, though, for ATK if we go to Dust 2. Like, just Chris J, like, back when I first started casting Counter-Strike, seeing him on this or on that map, just you could never bet against them. You can never count them out. Especially Woxic picking up the AWP. I kind of worry. I mean, I think I said the same thing with ATK against G2. If ATK were going to win, they needed to win map 1, and fun enough, they actually won the next 2 maps after that.
It's a bit of an awkward one, isn't it? Because it's like, we know how well they could do potentially on Vertigo. But we've also got a wide spectrum of results. We'll come back to that in a minute, though. For now, it should just be a slaughtering, with Woxic being the man to conduct it. But it's not really that good. He only gets the first before he's tackled. 3 players remain for ATK. Those they're going to drop down. Oh, Sonic. He's broke his leg as he drops down the ladder.
Still, though, with the 1 M4 out of OC. It's got to do something with this weapon, but it's going to be tough to do when you have still so many weapons on the other side to compete with. And, of course, the man advantage that mousesports have, the HP advantage, too. Maybe they can catch off Chris J here. They still have Rups on the quick rotate if they need, but he only has a scout, so it's not like he can really fully help out. But then again, does Chris J really need the help? Takes down the first 2 players, and now Sonic on 35 health is the last man remaining.
Chris J.
Oh my god!
Disgusting with the Deagle. Everyone has been slaughtered on the steps. You want to put down a wet floor sign there, Jason, as there is blood all over the place.
Blood, brains. Apparently do something else if you get shot. I learned on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, yeah, you do, yeah.
But here we go, ATK on the buyout. They got the AKs. I still want to see if Floppy's going to be that flanker like he was doing already so far in the match. I think he's been able to get around 2 times behind mousesports. You see a heavy presence of them out of B and on middle, but in the meantime, ATK is actually pushing up towards the ramp, able to take down Frozen and Kerrigan. So Lox is the last man alive on the actual A side. He has so many players to find here. He's going to need the backup. It doesn't seem to matter. Modem gets the headshot onto him. And Chris J with just the scout and Rops with the M4. I think they're just going to have to save.
Yeah, nothing they can really do into the round. Just back off, clutch onto the weapons. Don't throw them into the wind for no reason. ATK finally get a second picked up. Looking like it could actually be a close game. mousesports will rebuy. They've got the money. Chris J's got a ton of money as well, to be precise. 8.5k. So we could be buying the Rose if he wanted to.
I know that by another name.
Yeah?
Our good friend, mutual friend Ashton would know what I'm talking about.
Ah, yes.
Terrorists win.
I mean, if mousesports have like the better win percent on Vertigo, 75% with 4 maps played to the 43% out of ATK. They also have the better win percent rate on Dust 2. And obviously the caliber of teams they've been playing are going to be a little bit different. But honestly, it's just like you look at this, numbers aside, ATK should never have beaten G2. And then they did. They should never have beaten North, and they did. A team who has basically no international LAN experience, bar other than, I believe, Sonic and JT. And yeah, they lost to mousesports in their debut match, but they've come out swinging since then. I just wonder, will the numbers support mousesports here? Will ATK just be able to do something a little bit different? And them rushing straight through into the ramp yet again. Frozen picks up a quick triple with the help of Chris J. Trying to pick up the pace for ATK. Doesn't seem to be working out too much for him here.
Moment of Floppy. Two very impactful players for ATK. Oh, but they're not even going to be thinking anymore as their brains are being removed. The surgeons of mousesports whip out their scalpels in the form of an AUG and an M4 and perform surgery onto them. ATK losing another round here, Jason. They couldn't link them together. And mousesports walk away with 3 AKs, 4 AKs in fact. No, it's 3. One of them's an M4. I've been lied to with my own eyes.
If you can't trust your eyes, what can you trust, Jackie?
You can't even trust yourself.
Yeah. Woxic up behind them again, by the way. So that's the second time he's done that. Floppy's done it twice. Both teams proving to have a really good read. Oh, that was a little bit of a misnade hitting his teammate. But have a good read on like where the open holes are for their oppositions. If Woxic kind of gets off starting strong, I do worry for ATK. Like they have such a star-studded lineup on the side of mousesports. But again, I always in my head bounce back to the fact, yeah, again, G2. Like, they should have had their map victory against ATK, or their match. I think it's just, it's about Floppy and Modem stepping up. I think for the side of ATK, they were the ones putting up the big numbers before. And Woxic again just showing he's not done.
It's worrying as well, because if Woxic, as you said, has a good early game, that momentum normally carries on. It's so hard to slow him down from that point. A very effective player. ATK, they have lost one man in Floppy, but they've done a little bit of damage back towards mousesports. Frozen's on 29, Woxic's on 59. There's 40 seconds left in the round as well. They've got a little bit of utility left. What are they really going to go for here? Is they're trying to set their gaze towards the B site. Rops, he's perched on the ledge, and he's going to be hoping to just bash their brains in, Jason.
The thing is, Woxic could be on the quick rotate if he wants to, but he's actually backed up towards the A site, realizing, all right, with 30 seconds left, they're probably going to go for a big hit. It's actually going to be towards the B position, which Chris J is going to have to support Rops. Smoke's coming through, the call's being made for the rotations, and let's see if Rops can hold on here. If he comes in with the help of the flashbang, gets one, gets two as well. The third's going to come around the corner, Sonic able to eliminate him, but the time is running out. They have about 10 seconds left to go. The bomb's technically making its way into sight now, but how is he going to plant it? Are they going to rush this one down in the smoke? And they aim a little bit lower. Bottom does get the ball planted, but meantime, they've lost all their players. Kerrigan taking down Sonic. mousesports will take a 5th round, but still the bomb plant in that situation, I think ATK have to be happy about that.
I mean, it's extra cash, but it's still not around. mousesports, 2 Kriegs found as well. That's the worrying part, is especially in the hands of Mouse, I don't think I'd really want to be peeking them with Kriegs.
Well, in the hands of Chris J.
Specifically, yeah. Although, Frozen as well. Not really the sort of player you'd want to walk up against when he has one of these bad boys.
I wouldn't want to meet any of the mousesports players in like a dark alley in Counter-Strike, you know?
Specifically in-game, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen in real life in a dark alley. It depends how much you've had to drink that night.
He might fall down like Sonic has. Beaten out by Chris J with the Krieg. It's a nice early frag to open up the round, Jason.
Again, ATK being forced to play with the man down. I think we've seen this in like multiple rounds. Out of the 7 we've had so far, I almost want to say about half of them, they've unfortunately not been able to win out in the opening duel. Again, you're not really expecting too much with the Deagles, but they need to get something going for them because this is looking very eerily similar to the G2 match, except we didn't get to see G2 play the CT side too much. Only 5 rounds. Nice little double peek comes through with guns. That actually could have been really good. That should have been a 1-for-1 trade, but Woxic's still going to win the fight either way. And, yeah, Vertigo's not going to lose too much here.
Come on. Last man remaining with the Deagle. Won't be standing for very long, though. There's the frag finally found by Rops, as he will remove him. 6 rounds for mousesports. They're building momentum now, Jason. Sure, ATK didn't really have much of a buy going into that, though, so depends how much you want to take that one for. Here's the true test. The rifles are back out. 3 Kriegs, 2 AKs. It is quite funny that there's 5 Kriegs in play and 2 of them are still on the CT side, though.
What's not funny, though, is that ATK haven't been able to really kill too many players on mousesports side. Like, look at the money they have. Rops is the only one down below 5K, but everyone else is, you know, 6 or higher. You can see how aggressive mousesports can hold on towards the B side. Actually punish Woxic this time. But like with this kind of aggression, they're taking away such a large portion of the map. So I guess the answer would be like, hey, let's just rush towards A ramp again towards the A site, and yet they haven't been able to do that in a couple of rounds. think it was Frozen able to shut them down before on the side alley position. Oh my gosh.
Killer Carrigan comes out to play. There's the trade from Frozen as JT loses the face. 3 players on either side now. So start to roam back around, heading over towards the A side. Chris J blind, and that could be their saving grace. Otherwise, he would have knocked their blocks off. Does peek up and get the kill finally onto Moat and Jason, but OC trades it, and we're left in the 2-on-2.
Should be going down here. We got Rups looking to push in from behind. Easy kills onto Sonic. Again, the flank's coming through. OC has 2 different directions to watch. He's got to push one of the angles. And it looks like it's going to be onto Frozen. Frozen's going to get the kill, and mousesports will still pull out with the round victory. ATK were able to do some damage, so that's actually like a good sign. But again, it's all about these rounds now. mousesports are 1 more round away from taking the guaranteed first half victory and then carry that momentum over into the second half. I don't know if ATK can bounce back from it.
It's scary, right? Like, ATK, such a good showing versus G2. Early on into this match, though, they've just not had the same oomph, the same pizzazz behind them. And mousesports all look fired up.
We do know whoever has the most pizzazz will typically win matches, right?
That's normally how it works, right?
How much pizzazz do you have on the daily?
At least 4.
Really? 4 whole pizzazzes. Oh, that's impressive.
It's pretty high average, right?
I'm usually around like the 1.75 rate.
Oh,
That's a lot of damage being done. Chris J, 44. Frozen, 46. Again, Modem's down. Playing with a man disadvantage another time. Well, 2-man disadvantage as Sonic's going to fall as well. And if you're ATK, like, this just like literally reminds me of the match versus G2. Like, it's a little bit more coordinated. Like, they're going for like peaks together, so at least like playing as a team better. But if they're not winning just aim battles, then you can't really expect to win the match.
No, that was what was defining for them, especially on train as well, is they were just winning their firefights versus G2. And now you're up against mousesports. Everyone is so consistent, so strong on that squad. And they're just not finding avenues of attack. They've got the site again. Can they get the bomb down front in the smoke right next to Chris J? Chris J gave a peekaboo. As he peeks up, he's going to get blown to bits by OC. Frozen responds with a nade. Oh, nicely calculated. Bursts right on top of JT, bringing him down to 42. But they still have to clutch on the retake, Jason. So 2-on-3.
It might be the time, though, for them to finally pick up a round here. And they're taking the time to pull this one off. They do have a smoke and 2 flashes and the kits, so they potentially could go for the defuse here. But if you're ATK and you let them ninja defuse in a smoke, then I don't know what you're doing here. But that's a nice little double push. OC closes it out. ATK will take the round, but the problem is it's still mousesports with a ton of money. 5.9 is going to be the lowest on Chris J, highest to 10K for Ops. So they've been able to do it once, but they need to be able to turn this and convert it into more than 1 round in a row.
Well, this is nice at least. Even though they won the round, take a timeout, slow it down, talk about it. Obviously, they've struggled up to this point, and they really want to try and get some consistency going as well, actually span a couple together. That's the dream scenario.
Thing is like, as these matches have gone on with like the victories they've been taking against North, people might say, oh, that's a fluke. Then beating G2, like there's a lot more eyes looking on them. And, you know, talking about pressure, we talked about Mayon yesterday with Sharks. You know, the rumors about MIBR potentially looking into him and how it might affect his play, trying to see if he can play under pressure. And I'd say he definitely did not really perform yesterday, unfortunately. But now for ATK, like with all the extra eyes looking at you, all the other people, you know, tweeting about you and being aware of what you can do, does that get in your own head?
That's true. It depends how they feed off it. If it motivates them that they're already this deep into the tournament, or if they start to get complacent into this round, it's all about the aggression now. They bombard their way in. Chris J starts to blow them all away. Chris, you can't be doing these things.
I mean, even the observer was like, yeah, he's dead, and I agreed. He should have died in that situation. They lost the player next to him. They had like 3 players to wrap around. Chris misses his first shot, but doesn't make the next 3. And that might have just saved the round for mousesports and ATK. This might be unfortunate for them. Floppy alone against 3. Chris J, eyes trail directly towards the bomb. Auto can come in. That potentially should kill him. And now Floppy has to worry about from behind. And again, Rox will be there. Seems to be his perfect place to be. Probably going to rescue the op. And mousesports now have the guaranteed first half victory.
I mean, that's been the story of Woxic right now. It's like the old school get right quote, rather. If you don't know where he is, look behind you.
And let's see now into round 12. ATK again, because they won a round and lost the next. Fortunately, just don't really have the money to spend into this round. So I see them back on a little bit of an interesting buy. We have a MAC 10 from Autumn. I don't know if the MAC 10's really going to be able to win you around. We need to see them hit some amazing shots. And it might come down to the push on towards B. It's just going to be the sole defender of Rops. They have a double op set up. Chris J kind of in a close vicinity to help rotate in. Woxic maybe as well. But Rops just needs to stay alive. But I think he might even just look for kills here. He just needs to make sure to just wait for the reinforcements to come through, but he's gone down. Chris J able to respond with one, but they should be able to get the play off of this. So that's not a bad little win for ATK.
Yeah, I mean, it's extra cash unless Chris J goes absolutely wild and just starts sprinting in. He will, but once the bomb's already gone down, a lot of damage done. Motorman Sonic left fairly low into the round, not in a great position. He's going to get himself up onto a high angle, punishes on Sonic. Ooh, Motorman though, wins that. Nearly stopped the defuse, but he didn't. And that is going to be the most important fact. Also, Frozen killed Woxic with a Molotov at the end there.
Worth it.
What's going on? You've been framed.
I mean, if a teammate runs into the fire, it's not your fault.
No, not really. Unless it's in matchmaking, and then the game believes it is your fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember people used to like troll with that to get you kicked from the server.
Yeah, because you just stand there.
Yeah. Did you ever do that?
I'm a very good player. I wouldn't do that. I'm a nice man. How dare you imply such a thing?
Look at this confidence out of Frozen. He's gone for the side alley peek so many times now, and not really been punished too many. Takes a brunt of damage, only able to return a little bit onto OC, but still keeping that presence, forcing ATK to fight for every little inch around the map. A nade comes through on a JT and just dunks him down. 52 damage done from that. And they're actually going to swap the op over to Frozen as he's on such low health.
OC. Wow, okay. That was a near miss. Bullet just whizzes by, taking a couple of the hairs off the arm. Frozen. Nice little angle to play from with the Orc Chaser, but no one's actually peeking into him yet. So he won't be able to find that initial frag that he wants. Time ticking down as well. We're getting close towards 50 seconds. They still have 2 smokes, 3 smokes actually on ATK. So they can block off these angles, but when do they strike?
The thing is, they're hoping that someone's going to peek them on the side of mousesports, but they're the ones that are going to have to make the move. So the smokes will be thrown in, the Molotov or the flashes as well. Frozen might look to get above the smoke. Flashbang comes through. He's going to back off for now. And Chris J here to potentially help out. The rotations have yet to come in with 30 seconds left. They're going to have to come eventually as Kerrigan's going to drop immediately. JT's going to get the bomb down.
That's very nicely done. Execute-wise, that was flawless. Perfect timing with the flashbang, the smokes to block off the angles. It stopped Frozen from being able to single-handedly slow down the push. But now on the retake, with a one-man disadvantage for Mouse, what did they do? They've got 2 kits. A little bit of utility sprinkled in there as well. They're taking it slow. They want a peak to come out from ATK, and no one's foolish enough to do so.
Well, they have double ops, so I don't think they're even going to try this. Just back off, save the weapons. Yeah, you give the round to ATK, but you're already up 9-4 now. Not big of a deal for you, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, ATK, they've been able to win rounds like this. They get the bomb planted for the ramp. mousesports can't go for the retake. It's just about... Oh, okay. JT, that's your teammate there, mate. Matey Potato.
Mado, matey boy.
It's got a rhyme.
What matey potato?
Yeah.
What, because you're eating potatoes, are you?
Wait, it's not a literal translation.
No, I get you.
Do you though?
Probably.
Maybe.
You big potat.
The 9-4 for ATK. They have an op on OC. He was not really too successful with it in the last round. Didn't really get, I don't think he got any kills with it, since the only kill that came through was on the Kerrigan. But again, they're going for the A push, and Rops, in the meantime, able to give them man advantage yet again. Still, going back, I don't have the exact number in front of me, but I feel like the opening duels have gone the way of mousesports, 12 times out of 14.
You'd probably be quite accurate with that.
I'd hope so, because that's why I said it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're wrong, at least you said it confidently enough.
Yeah.
That's how you get them. Need to see confidence from mousesports here, though. Still got that double AWP set up. Carrigan probably going to be the first point of contact, unless Frozen's actually able to find success this time, but he gets a bit too aggressive, peeking up onto the high angle. He exposes too much of his body and goes down because of it. Sold to Sauron in that situation. Carrigan getting quite aggressive. He is swinging as he sprints towards the ramp. He can't do too much, but he stays alive, Jace.
Rob's not able to hit the shot. Carrigan looking to lock down the side alley with the first kill. He's eventually going to fall, though. Rob's, I thought that shot was going to go through. I thought he had it. Bomb again can be planted for the ramp. It's going to be a 3-on-3. mousesports now with only one up, and with Chris J flanking him from behind, his position has been given up. But that's a lot of attention they have to turn towards him, which allows the front lines of mousesports to push in. Rops gets the first onto JT as they look to put their foot down on the site. Chris J sneaking through, takes down OC, and then the last player is going to be towards the side alley. Walksik's going to be there, and mousesports will get into double digits.
Beautiful stuff as they win themselves a 10th round. They're looking strong. They're definitely looking quite fierce here on Vertigo. The first half, it was won by them already, but now they want even more. Is this going to be an 11-4 half, or will this be a 10-5, though? That is the question.
I don't know if you were here when I was talking about before, but like 6 out of the 7 rounds or maps I had played after the first...
Halves, weren't they? They were all 10-5 halves, weren't they?
No, they were 11-4s.
Ah, that was it. Yeah, yeah.
After the first game of the day.
Do you reckon this is going to be 11-4?
You know, with the way mousesports been playing, if they get the first frag, yeah, 100%. I have all the confidence in them to close it out. And I feel like they have the confidence as well. Like, I mean, you've seen ATK, they're just kind of going for their, all right, let's slowly work our way up towards ramp. Let's get our execute towards the A site. Maybe get a kill towards the side alley. But it's been very reserved kind of play. No one's really feeling that confidence, I'd say. Maybe this is the first time we're seeing out of Sonic, but unfortunately he's not looking in the right position. And again, mousesports get the opening frag.
Yeah, it's a big bit of impact to find. Carrigan kind of giving the game away there, as he has to put an afro onto his position. Luckily the smoke will go in so he can try and back off. JT playing around it. Ooh. Does find the frag. It took him some time. Finds a little bit of a pixel angle as well onto Frozen. So 2 incredibly big frags from JT. And that 11-4 might be slipping away, Jace. Oh, not
Chris
for Chris J.
Can never count out Chris J when he's alive. Now it's down to a 3-on-2. Rops is behind them. There's no way they're going to check this. Chris J just backing off to allow Rops to actually get in a good position. He's going to have both players up in front of him. Walksik's there as well. Not going to get the first kill, but again, the pressure's on 2 different fronts. Walksik now, they're not going to expect a second. And that will be mousesports giving the 11-4 first half score.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there. We'll come back in and see how this one is going to go down after the break. We're back in mousesports versus ATK. Excited to see how this one is going to conclude onto the second half. I'm joined by Jason Kaplan, but it has been mousesports Jason Clappin versus ATK.
Can't say that, Jackie.
Why not?
I don't know. Isn't that what clapback is? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it on the mic.
clap in between each word, I think.
That would... Never mind. Hold on. mousesports rush straight into the A site. There's going to be a couple players there to defend. They already have the smoke down, though. And look at this. They take the site without a single kill. There's really not much damage being done. ATK playing super passive. What is happening here? mousesports are just definitely trying to pull the clap back here as OC and Floppy get to. Christian looking to defend here. He has players coming around the corner directly into his crosshair. There's the first. Second one not going to happen, though.
Frozen. Tasty stuff. He might be frozen, but he's definitely warm in the middle as he's punishing with this Glock right now, looking for the final headshot, and he's going to get it. One after another. They all fall down for ATK and mousesports. So heavy-handed on the first half. They come back in with a beautiful pistol round. Jason, they're setting themselves up to shut this down. Yeah,
they are. And this is looking very reminiscent of the G2 match as well. Just no holds barred, running through, full aggression. I was trying to talk about, you know, the clap on, clap off.
Oh.
How messed up would that be if you're...
Clap on. Well, the lights, yeah. If you had epilepsy, that'd be horrible.
Yeah. Well, luckily, I don't. I don't know about you.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Have you tested it?
Well, not like properly.
Oh.
You know, after these amount of years, I assume I'm fine.
Well, you know who's not fine right now? The hopes of ATK, at least here on Vertigo. 12-4. mousesports looking with relative ease to take the pistol round. Looking to set things up for an execute yet again. And look how passive they're being. They're expecting the aggressive play to come in out of ATK somewhere, but as we can see, it's just not happening at the moment. Oh man, that Molotov on the JT. That's got to be frustrating. Kerrigan slowly working his way up the A ramp. OC. I like this. Take the shot, back off. Stay alive. Wait for the rotates to come in.
OC, O shoot, O save. As he gets away. 50 seconds left on the clock, Jason. Rops with a mat 10. Could be about to become a murderer here versus JT. Looked like for a second there he might actually go down, but he does find the headshot in the end. Finally, 2 frags coming in rapid succession for mousesports. The damage has been done. ATK building a totem pole on the bomb site as they're going to start boosting up the players. The Deagles need to reign supreme, though. It's now or never.
And I think it's never here. Rops just baiting time. Last kill comes through, 13-4.
Frozen didn't even know where that was then.
Yeah.
That was quite good.
No sweat off the brows of mousesports. I think when it comes down to do or die time for them, this is when they're going to show up, right? They realize, all right, we lose this, we're out. We win this, we survive into the arena. Honestly, I would love to have seen ATK get there, just for the fact of, you know, to reiterate again what we said 1,000 times in the G2 match, they weren't supposed to be in the Pro League. They weren't even there. They came in because 2 teams dropped out, them in Singularity. And then they don't get through in the first group stage, which is expected because they have Liquid in their group. It's just a slaughter. And then they get through in the second group stage and they beat teams like North. They beat teams like G2. For them, you know, in one of their first, I think this is their first international LAN as a team. Yeah, 100%. That would be like the dream.
For it to be an event of this caliber as well, to round out your year, like, you know, this is it. This is the crowning jewel of 2019, really. It's one of the last biggest things we have, and it's Pro League Finals, Season 10 as well. It's just a shame that right now on Vertigo, it's not going their way. However, it is the first map. There's more to be said about this series and a chance for them to try and come back in. But here, it almost looks as if things are already done. mousesports have 14 rounds. If they win this, they'll be at match point. They need 1 more to push them on to the next map.
And no rush out of them either. I kind of like this. I feel like at some points with the G2 match, especially on Train in the second half, and they're up 10-5, we just saw them get a little bit careless. And I think mousesports don't want to make that same mistake. Let's see. OC with the op. He's going to need to go big here. He's going to need to get quite a few kills. He's already been forced back by the amount of utility thrown it in, so he's going to need to be boosted into a different direction. And Autumn, he's had really lackluster performances from the position in the match versus G2. He hasn't had the opportunity just yet. And unfortunately, he's going to be flanked in from behind. I don't know if the call wasn't made or what, but the bomb has gone down before the first kill was actually made for Mousesports. Now ATK playing in the afterplant. No kit. I would imagine they're just going to have to save this.
Debating whether or not they want to play for overtime, though. Because if they lose this round, that's what they're going to have to do, and lose it they will. OC, the only one remaining, one bullet from Chris J to get his gun back as well. He wanted that AWP. He'll take it with force, and they only need one more round now, Jason. Oh, this is not a good position to be in.
No, not at all. Hopefully for them, they can, brush it off if they do lose this first map. Again, they did it earlier on. The exact same scoreline if Mousesports win here. But D2, I don't know. D2 is going to be interesting. Honestly, I feel like they lost just... Actually, I don't know. I mean, they got Vertigo, but Vertigo didn't look amazing for them before. And they're losing exactly like they did last time. So I would say this is a map that you need to stop playing at the moment. Because you're just not on the caliber of the G2s or the Mousesports of the world. Maybe throw a different map into the mix. I'm a little bit worried that, though, they might consider this to be one of their better maps. But, I mean, Train, like, they came back flawlessly on the T side. Inferno, they stomped G2. And at this rate, I don't know if we're going to be able to get to Inferno.
Mousesports are also just pretty sick on this map. I mean, like, especially with the players they have, if you're allowing Woxic and Rops to do whatever they want on the CT side, then you're kind of leaving yourself without much to work with. And this isn't a great start, but OC, he brings it back majorly. Gives them a lifeline, but that is quickly flatlining as Karrigan punishes. Karrigan on LAN, a beast to be reckoned with, but Floppy has other ideas. A 3-on-2. Can Mousesports end it here, Jason?
I mean, Frozen's at a decent position. They should expect a player have been able to push up. Rops as well coming through. I mean, it's just Famasa. They have the SGs. They have the ranged advantage here. Time not really on their side, however. But at least able to turn it back into a 2-on-2. Mo's going to come around the corner. He's going to be able to at least exchange that kill. And it all goes down to Rops now with 20 seconds left.
Honestly, if there was a situation to be forced into, Rops just looking for a couple of one-taps would be what you'd want. However, he can get the bomb, but he can't really do too much with it. He's got 10 seconds. It's now or never. And he's going to opt for the now. Pushes in towards the site, looks for the opening frag. Caught, though, off guard there as he switched for the bomb, trying to plant it in the last 6 seconds of the round. Knew he had to get it down, but it couldn't be done.
And ATK, I mean, they won that basically off the fact that OCU wrapped around and got 2 kills. And you cannot depend... You cannot win 10 rounds straight with that kind of luck. Like, that doesn't exist. If you have that kind of luck, you know what? You should go play the lottery at this rate. And look at what I have to buy with 2 M4s, 2 FAMASas, 1 SMG. On the other side, well, 5 SGs. And full utility.
Yeah, it's a sort of round that just isn't repeatable, really. And at this point, it's a matter of time. They're just delaying the inevitable, because they would have to take it to OT to try and win. There's never much love when it goes to OT, Jason. A minute and 15 left on the clock. So quite a slow round. Nothing too outrageous coming out of this, as they're just going to hold and wait for a potential mistake to come through from ATK. Molotov's being chucked out towards mid, flopping quite a nice angle if they do push out, but they're not coming just yet. They're biding their time, they're clearing. Can Woxic find this pick? Or the FAMAS' kill?
Well, you can see, not really going to work out. They get the dink onto Woxic, but the problem is Rops is going to be there. And OC is able to get the 1, though. Not too bad, honestly. The nade comes through again to equalize things at 3 apiece. The bomb looking to make its way back towards the B site where Sonic's going to be the lone defender. Maybe JT can rotate it in time, but again, he has the SMG in his hand. He's going to be able to upgrade that to the FAMAS. He can potentially pick up another weapon. Chris J will expect Sonic to be there in the site with a shot actually being thrown out. Chris J will know he's there, and just like that, they put it into a 2-on-1. JT to hold alive the hopes of ATK on this map.
JT with the FAMAS. So much to be done here versus Karrigan and Frozen. They've got 10 seconds and the bomb will be going down soon, but he'll be going down quicker as Frozen peeks into him and pops him wide open. He has been eliminated, and they have one more map left to try and save themselves from being eliminated from the tournament.